Hey, Pastor Josh here. We're reading Acts chapter 22, verses 16 through 30. And we need to know what God has given us. God has given us perhaps a family, perhaps a job, perhaps it is our past experiences. God has given something to us, perhaps multiple things to us that are extremely valuable to us in the sense that He has given it to us to help us, to save us, or perhaps even to bring blessings to other people. God has given us a past for a reason. And there are good things within your past, no matter how dark it may be. There is something within your past, there's something that you have that actually is a blessing and something that you can hold on to use to the glory of God and even for your own benefit. So we're going to see that in our reading today. So the Apostle Paul was getting ready to be beaten. He shouldn't have been beaten because he is a Roman citizen. So this was the extremely good gift that God gave to the Apostle Paul that's going to be rather important to him. And so the Apostle Paul was getting ready to be scourged. He was getting ready to be flogged. And Paul said, hey, is it lawful for you to beat a Roman citizen without being condemned? And of course, it was against the law. And here we jump into our reading, verse 26. When the centurion heard this, he was getting ready to beat the Apostle Paul, and he heard Apostle Paul's this man, Paul, this guy. He actually probably didn't know his name at this point, but this guy is a citizen of Rome. So he went to the tribune and said, whoa, 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 what are you about to do? Or do you realize what we're doing here? For this man is a Roman citizen. We're not allowed to be beating and trying to get information from Roman citizens through flogging. It's against the law. We're going to be in big, big trouble if we do this. So the tribune, which of course didn't know, it was poor tribune's been so confused. This tribune came and said to him, tell me, are you a Roman citizen? And he said, yes. Paul said, yes, I am. The tribune answered, I bought this citizenship for a large sum. Well, which probably could be the case. We find out that his name, chapter 23, we see that he has adopted the name of the Roman emperor, Claudius. And so probably what's happened with this guy is that he has raised up the ranks to the military and then ultimately was able to buy his Roman citizenship from the emperor himself, from Claudius, or perhaps within the Roman aristocracy and that group there. But then he took the name of Claudius upon himself, probably saying that this is how I got my citizenship. Now, it wasn't normal for people to buy their citizenship in Rome. But during the time of Claudius, there's evidence, and of course the biblical evidence here would also be that people were beginning to buy their citizenships, and this would be an example. And he says that he did it for a large sum. And then Paul said, but I am a citizen by birth. And that's going to throw him off completely, because not only is Paul a citizen, but he was born into citizenship, which means his mom and dad were citizens. Means he earned this right to be a citizen of Rome. Now, we don't know exactly how Paul became a Roman citizen. It's probably connected to his tent making craft and connected to him living in Tarsus, but he is a citizen by birth. So he definitely should not be being flogged. So those who were about to examine him withdrew from him immediately. They are scared to death. And the tribune was also afraid, for he realized that Paul was a Roman citizen and that he had bound him. So this was a gift for the Apostle Paul to protect him and to help him. And this is going to be a major theme as the Apostle Paul goes through his imprisonment. He's going to end up getting to Rome because he is a Roman citizen. He's going to end up being taken by boat to Rome itself. Now, this poor tribune, look what this mistake he makes now. On the next day, desiring to know the real reason why he's being accused by the Jews, he unbounded him. That means the tribune unbounded Paul and commanded the chief priests and all the council to meet. Poor guy. He does not know what he's getting into. So he's having the Sanhedrin, all the elders, get together to hear the Apostle Paul talk to them. And so if he's going to make people irritated, he's definitely going to make the council and the chief priests irritated for sure. And so the this tribune. He thinks he's going to try to get to the bottom of it, but he's actually just stirring the pot even more. And we'll see what happens with this famous speech from the Apostle Paul in our next readings. And so he brought Paul down and set him before him. Pray that's been a blessing to you all. I'll see you in the next video.